What's up, fellas? What's up? Welcome to Air Marshal Mondays. And yes, tonight we will be doing the virtual fly-in. Sorry about the wait and getting started. Had to take care of a couple things around the house, or else I was going to get slapped and judged harshly. Oh, God. I forgot to turn off. Hold on. Nope, I think it's too late to change it. I am, So, unfortunately, there's going to be a little bit of a delay between the chat and everything else tonight. So, what's going on, guys? Hopefully some folks got to do some flying this past weekend. I got to do some flying on that guy right there. If y'all haven't seen the video yet, check it out. That thing is quick. It's awesome. And I can't believe that it flies at all. For those that are here for the virtual fly-in tonight, make sure that you check the link in the description, because there is a video in there that will... there's a video in there on how to install custom airfields and airplanes. And the airfield that we're going to be using tonight for the virtual fly-in is the virtual Joe Nall field that was made by RC Groups. So be sure to check the description and make sure that you grab that. Also, in the ticker down here, make sure you check out the ticker, because the ticker has the password for the room that we're going to be in tonight, which is going to be called Air Marshal VFI for Air Marshal Virtual Fly-In, and the password is in the ticker. So make sure you check the ticker for the password. I'm going to go ahead and open up the room here in Real Flight. I'm not going to be in there just yet, and that's okay. I just want to go ahead and get it open and make sure that folks are able to get in there. Oops. All right. So the room is opening up here pretty close. Man, between Robert Ortleb saying I look like Grizzly Adams and frickin' Flaps saying I look like Grandpa. Tim Too Taunt. Thanks, man. My first super chat. So, between last week's episode and this week's episode, yes, I hit 1,000 subs, and it's awesome. And I put in my application to have my channel monetized on Saturday. And between Saturday and now, I have already completed the application. My channel is fully monetized, and I am now able to receive super chats. Super chats! I'm thrilled about that. And Tim Too Taunt, I will never forget that you were super chat #1, and I absolutely appreciate your support. Thank you, sir. That's awesome. And I also wanted to give a quick mention of a couple of other folks that are awfully close to the 1,000 subscriber mark that I'd love for you guys to go and give your support to them as well, so we can get them over that 1,000 sub mark. And that is our man, F.U. Kenny, our man, Jeff's Custom RC, and our other man, Ray, Gooniac33 is also very close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. And I know that both Gooniac and Jeff's Custom RC would greatly appreciate your support as well. So let's do what we can to get them over the 3,000 mark, or I'm sorry, the 1,000 mark. All right. So, like I was saying earlier, the multiplayer room in Real Flight is now open for those of you that want to join, and we're going to be getting busy with with some events here shortly. I'll tell you guys how to switch from one line over to the other, and you guys can go ahead and join. Again, the name of the room for the multiplayer session in Real Flight is down in the ticker below. It is Air Marshal VFI, and the password is also in the ticker. So check the ticker, Air Marshal VFI. Here it is. See, Air Marshal VFI right there, and then there's the password. There's the password right there. You see it? You see it? That's the one. Our splash to the 80s. The password's always the same, fellas. Unless a bunch of dorks start showing up, and then we're changing the password. You guys shouldn't drink and fly. But if it's virtual, you can do what you want. So, I'm going to wait for, let's see. I'm going to wait for some more folks to show up in the Real Flight room before I switch over. What happened? Oh, I see what's going on. Never mind. Dennis Farley, thank you, sir. I know there's going to be a delay, but I am super excited and super grateful for your support. That's awesome. So remember, guys, if you're here for the Real Flight virtual fly-in, please check the ticker below. Hey, Joseph, we're going to be in here all night, man. You got time to reload and come back in and join us. All right. So I'm going to throw on the headphones here so I can hear what folks are talking about. And we're going to switch over and start... Yeah, Wild Bill, man, I agree. I agree. The RC entertainment is much better than the news right now. All right, so I got the headphones on, and we're gonna switch over to the Real Flight screen, and we're gonna get some flying going. So hopefully everybody's doing good tonight. You know, I know that the news cycle is crappy. All right, let's see. What do I want to fly tonight? Sure, let's fire it up with a little bit of E-Flight Havoc action. Woo! See what, Bill? What is up, GB? That is true. I would much rather watch people crashing digital planes than be watching the news cycle right now. Yes. Well, if you're in here right now, you are also on YouTube. I can hear you. What's up, man? So, random RC stuff. That is funny. And I'm glad that somebody saw that. All right. William Brigida, every time we get on here, it is a lawn dart contest. So, uh, AZ Desert Jets 10, I would say the real havoc. I wouldn't try to land it on grass, but I mean, it's real flight. Everything lands good on grass. Oh, no. So, Tim, do you have the real or the RC groups? Yeah. If it says it's busy, that's cool. Just keep trying. So, what'll happen in real flight in the multiplayer session is if the room is full or there's someone else trying to get in the room at the time, it won't let you connect. But I can tell you right now, the room is not full, so you should be able to get in here momentarily. AZ Desert Jets, y'all want to play a game? Every time Dave crashes, you have to take a drink. Put this on the big screen, fellas. It's going to be a fun night. Nice, Tim. Are we playing a drinking game tonight? What's up? So once we get some more folks in the real flight session tonight, we are going to be doing, we're actually going to be splitting the field up because much like the actual triple tree, oh no, oh no. So Dennis, you can just take a little sip, dude. So much like the real triple tree Aerodrome, the virtual field in real flight has multiple areas as well. So for the folks that are interested, we're going to be doing some 3D over at the 3D line. And where we're at right now is the main line. So if you want to do free flight, you know, you can stay on the main line, no problem. And for the folks that want to do 3D, you can go over to the 3D line. And what I'll do right now is I'll show you how to get over to the 3D line. So I'm going to switch it up to a 3D airplane. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. That was unintentional. We're going to flip back over. We're flipping back over to triple tree. So everyone's getting thrown all over the place. Sorry, fellas. I'm going to switch up to a 3D airplane. And if you watch my video on how to install custom airfields, you also saw how to install custom airplanes. It's actually the same process. And I'm going to be doing the 120cc Extra 330, which is the plane that Jace Ducia uses when he's practicing real flight. Only I suck and he does not. He's very, very good. So I am going to switch this up. Oh. Sorry, I had the stupid red smoke on. So I am going to go over to the 3D line. And the way you do that is by going to View. And we go to Camera Position. And we go to Pilot Spawn 3D. So now I'm over on the 3D line. And everybody that's over on the main line, I mean, you can still see them flying over there, but now we can be over here on the 3D line doing our crazy stuff that I suck at. Oh no.
Holy crap, it's still running. It's not a wreck if it's still running. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Yes. What's up, Mickey? Hey, so if y'all didn't hear the good news, it's a terrible night for this because, you know, that's what I'm talking about, William. I like to live dangerously on the edge 330. So it's a terrible night to do this, and I couldn't have planned this worse, which tells you that this wasn't part of the plans, right? Tonight is the first night that my channel, that we're live, and my channel is monetized. So newbie RC, check the ticker on the bottom of the screen. Oh, dang. Yep, the ticker on the bottom of the screen will have the password for the room. Yep. So yeah, that's just how the model is, Mickey. I don't know why it does that. Mary Boozer. Mary Boozer is... Yes. Thank you, sir. You and Lori are fantastic. So, newbie RC, if you are in the custom field, the custom Joe Nall field, and you're not seeing any scenery, what you can do is go up here to view and then go to scenery and turn your scenery on. If you have all the scenery turned off, you're not going to see anything.
Oh no. So, oh, Matthew, that's a good idea. Like sometimes it doesn't do the wobble, so I'm actually gonna try a different airplane here. Look at this. George Watts, thank you, sir. Uh-oh. So, Mary Boozers, George Watts, Tim Toutant, Dennis Farley have already started a massive super chat train tonight. This is the first night that we are able to accept super chats. I know that it's a virtual fly-in and, we're not doing like our normal type of show. But if you guys want to jump on the super chat train, man, we would love you forever. Hey, look, it's Amy.
Oh, cool. Whoa.
We can hear you. Matthew Smiley, I do not. I just have one. I'm still using the old, interlink style. This is before Spektrum took over. Oh. Hey, don't be talking about Amy's kitty. Hey, what's up, Mickey BRC? Thank you, sir. I don't know how much 40 bucks Australian is worth in America, but I appreciate it, dude. You guys are awesome. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My real flight just crashed. Uh-oh. Hey, drinking only counts if the airplane crashes, not if all of real flight crashes. So you don't have to drink for this one, but it's still technically a crash. So drink. Oh. Oh no. It just uncrashed. And then there was a real crash. So, Captain Photon, I see Captain Photon hiding over there in a blimp. Mickey BRC, it could be 27 cents, and I would still be appreciative, dude. Thank you very much. Yeah, Don, if you look in the ticker of the chat or the ticker of the stream, it has the password for the Real Flight Room. So, Wesley, are you... Woo! Is the Mary Boozer going to be joining us tonight? Whoa. Oh. What's up, Ricky? We're only a little bit scary, dude. Uh-oh. Dexter Tucker, thank you, sir. Man, we got super stickers and super chats flying all over the place around here. We drink the super chats and we drink the crashes. Oh, Real Flight has done crashed again.
At least I'm upright.
Put my throttle up.
We hear you.
We hear you.
Real Flight has come back.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I hear you.
Now it says not responding.
Oh, I got enough beer. Newbie RC. Another $5. Dude. I love you guys. Oh my God. You know, these people that do like this 3D stuff for real. That's impressive. Newbie RC, it is my pleasure. I love doing that, and I'm glad that they help. Oh. Excuse me. So I'm going to head back over to the main line real quick and see what everybody's up to over there. Oh, is everybody over at the 3D line? Oh my god, this plane is terrible. That's funny. Woo! So we're gonna fly over here to the 3D line and see what's up. Alright, so it looks like we got Jermaine Spencer, Captain Photon, Randy, and Jeff in Lower Alabama flying on the main line. And over here on the 3D line, we got Dexter, we got Tim, we got Tommy, and Newbie RC. What is going on, Rabbit? How you doing tonight, buddy? Woo! What?
Okay. Still here.
Yep. It's getting pretty sketchy around here too, man. I'm here in Atlanta, Rabbit, and I mean, as far as I know, Atlanta cops didn't even do nothing, but you know, that's the world for you. It's a crazy place. Woo! E-Powered RC, good to see you in here tonight. Wes, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're making dinner. But I don't even know if Lori is sure that she wouldn't rather you be flying. You should have paid like $30 and got you some DoorDash, dude. And been like, look what I made for you, baby. It's just like Chili's. Oh no. Oh, I hit something good there. Oh, the B-25 Mitchell. Yes. I think I'm also going to switch it up to Mitsubishi A6M Zero. What's up? Oh, Rabbit, that Flight Sim 2020 looks sick. So they should have had, I mean, they had enough landscape, they had enough, real estate to work with. I don't know why they didn't add the electric line too. Here at the Virtual Joe Nall, we've got the main line, we've got the 3D line. They could have added the electric line. Punks. Woohoo! So, Rabbit, it actually does not take much to run real flight. This is a very lightweight application, believe it or not. And a lot of the folks in here tonight are probably playing on fairly low powered PCs. Oh no. Oh no. My busted plane. Oh, Flight Sim 2020. Yeah, you're going to need a beast of a machine to run that. What is going on, Jeff's Custom RC? So, guys, Jeff's Custom RC is in the house. Make sure you hit him up too, so we can get him up to 1,000 subs and he can feel the super chat love that you all have been giving to me tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Pilot Jerry, I think that just kind of comes with it, you know. Yeah, there is a little bit of a crazy there is a little bit of a crazy echo in the game. Yeah, what is up tomorrow night, Jeff? Tell us all about it. Have y'all got a secret guest? Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. I did not mean to take off. So, Jerry, the V900, that thing is a freaking beast, dude. It is extremely fast. The only issue I had flying it, so I mentioned in the video that I had to go in and set the rates up. Well, I set up 3 rates on every plane I have, right? I set up 100% high rates, 70% low rates, and I set up an 85% mid rate. Once I figured out that 100% was way too snappy and 70% was way too mushy, I put it on my mid rates, and that seemed to be the sweet spot. The only other thing about the V900 that was difficult for me was that, I mean, it gets so small, so fast, and it's hard to tell what it's doing in the air. You know, it looks like a little gnat, you know, in the sky, and we're only talking like a few hundred feet away. It just gets really small, and it's moving so fast that that's what makes it difficult to fly. It's not a particularly hard plane to fly. It's just hard to keep track of. That was my biggest issue with it, was just keeping track of it. So I'm seeing a couple of new folks that have joined us in here. Oh no. Gooniac, cheers to you, buddy. Thanks, Daryl. Woo! Yeah, that V900 is, I mean, I don't know if it's the fastest plane that I own, but it's certainly the fastest plane at that scale that I've ever flown. I mean, for its size, it's got to be one of the fastest planes on the market. That thing is ridiculous. Hey, whoever that is, answer your shit. Uh-oh. Busted. Oh, no. Yep. Oh, no, I've never flown that A10. But there are probably some people in the chat that have flown that A10. So if anybody has flown the A10 E-Flight Twin 64 millimeter and you have any tips, be sure to put them in the chat. Oh, dang, did you catch me like this? Like knuckle deep? Oh, no. Oh. Oh, see, if you if you're wanting some information on the E-Flight A10, be sure to tune in to Gooniac Show tonight in about an hour. And Gooniac's going to be talking about the E-Flight A10 tonight. So it's a perfect night to learn about the A10. Boom. See? Yep, and before we jump out of the room. Oh, nice, nice. So what's funny, I used to live in Alaska. I lived in Anchorage for several years. My dad was in the Air Force, so I didn't have a lot of choice. Yep, we were in Anchorage, and we were there for several years, 6 years. So when I was growing up, that's all I knew. Yeah, man, I loved it. I didn't know any better. And when we moved, we moved from Anchorage, Alaska to frickin' Biloxi, Mississippi. So, like, I go from, like, this kind of dry, cold weather because Alaska, I mean, yeah, it was very cold, but it never felt that cold, if that makes sense. When I was a kid, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's obviously a lot colder in Alaska than it ever was in Virginia, but it just doesn't feel as cold. I don't know how or why. Um, but when I moved from Alaska to like Mississippi, where it's like you get sweat on your like on your eyelids. Like I didn't even know there was sweat glands on your eyelids. Yeah, right, and then you just dry up, man. Like the sponge of sweat that is your body just runs the hell out. I need to get another one of them. Really not. Oh, it's not gonna make it. It's not gonna make it. I didn't make it. I started my split S maneuver at too low of an altitude. Smack. Uh-oh. So, fellas, I'm going to watch somebody else. I'm going to have the camera look at somebody else. Can't I tell it to look at somebody else? I know that I can. Look at. We're going to put old Jeff in Lower Alabama. We're going to put Jeff in Lower Alabama on the spot. Maybe that was a bad choice. Let's look at. Let's see how newbie RC is. Newbie RC is also just sitting on the ground. All these people are just sitting on the ground. Oh, here we go. Here's some newbie RC getting it on. Oh, no. Ryan O seems like he's practicing his ground handling skills tonight. Uh-oh. So, guys, I will be right back. I made you nervous. Hey, don't worry, man. I don't know how many people are watching the stream right now, but it's never really that many. So you'd have like 70 to 100 people watching you, which is more than you're going to get normally at an airfield. But just imagine if there was like, damn, Ryan, what's up, dude? You were mad at the ground. All right, guys, I will be right back. All right. All right. So yeah, nothing to be nervous about, man. The uh-oh, looks like it's froze. We froze up again. So that's a good point though. Newbie RC, the virtual fly-ins are never really that popular. Like everybody gets on here and they just see a bunch of people flying around like idiots and they tune out. Like it's awesome to talk about RC airplanes, but watching other people fly them when you're not flying them yourself, man, that's just dumb. Nobody wants to do that. Yeah, guys, it looks like my real flight has frozen up. I don't know if anybody else is still flying. Oh, there we go. So we are back in business. Yes. I'm So E-Powered RC, we went out on Sunday and there was not that many people out there. Last Saturday, there was quite a few people out there. I'm going to be out there again on Wednesday, but I'm going to be working with a student, so it's not the same. Like there's three different kinds of days for me when I go to the field, right? Like there's days that I am just out there flying for fun. There's days that I'm out there making content for the channel, and there's days that I'm out there as Instructor Dave. So, the days that I'm out there having fun, I'll bring a couple of jets or whatever. The days that I'm doing something for the channel, I'll bring whatever planes it is that I happen to be working up that day. The days that I'm flying, as an instructor, I'm flying an apprentice. So, excuse me. So it's not everybody else's smoke. I can turn off smoke for everybody by turning it off here, I think. Yeah. So if I turn off particles, you won't see anybody's smoke. Oh no. Likewise, if you are flying real flight right now and you're having an issue with smoke, like clogging up the screen and everybody's got their smoke turned on, you can go up to view and go up to, oh man, it's froze up again. What's up, Paul Hatcher? How you doing, buddy? So ePowered RC, yes, we still do. The first and last Wednesday of every month is trainer nights during the summer season. So from Memorial Day to Labor Day, we do the first and last Wednesday of the month. Our trainer days, and anybody can come out and fly our planes. It's cool. So Newbie RC, it's different for every airplane. Some airplanes use the gear channel. Some planes use the mode channel. So where you would change like your AS3X mode on like an E-flight plane, that's used to turn the smoke on and off, or open the cockpit, or do other things. So I think on like the B-25, for example, that will open like the bomb bay doors. On other planes, it's the gear channel. So just play around with your switches. You know, the planes are free, dude. If you crash one trying to figure it out, it's okay. Just hit the reset button. You get another one. All right. So it looks like we are back in business with Real Flight now. Sorry it keeps cutting off, guys. I know that's kind of a drag. Oh, did we lose everybody? Okay, so it looks like we still have multiplayer open. Yeah, it was locked up for a moment, but it looks like we still have some folks that are in the multiplayer room. Oh, no, we just got Victor Shameless, who is locked up. Yep, so it looks like Real Flight may have pooped out on us. So it looks like Victor might be flying again. In this little... And I think it's just you and me in here. So if you guys want to, you know, try to rejoin, you can. If people are having a difficult time rejoining, then, you know, it may just be a bad night for Real Flight. But obviously the room is still open, or Victor wouldn't be in here flying.
Yeah, that's weird, huh? But it was just stuck big time though.
Yeah. I had the not responding thing, and then I saw like a whole bunch of people left the room. All right, so it looks like we have some people joining back in, so that's good. Oh no! Wow. So, Newbie RC, I'll tell you, when you're first coming back into a room, and there's, excuse me, and there's several people trying to get into the room at the same time, um, it's gonna make it where it's difficult for everybody to get in all at once, right? It'll only let one person back in at a time. So, unfortunately, it's not like a whole bunch of people can join all at once. You know what I'm saying? So just keep trying. Oh no. Let's try out this German piece of garbage. The BF 109. Well, that did not work out at all. Uh, Jerry, it is 32 is the most people that can come in a room. Oh no. What's going on? What's up, Kenny? Oh, oh. See you, Rabbit. Thanks for coming out and watching us, play with our toys tonight. Oh, come on. AC Desert Jets. You and me both, dude. Yeah, Kenny, that was like this this V900 I got, man. Oh my god. Now Real Flight has crashed for real. Ugh. So Real Flight just crashed. So if you're in there and you're just excuse me. I crashed a lot, so I've been drinking a lot of beer tonight. Yeah, I lost it, fellas. I lost real flight. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, E-Powered RC. Oh, Dennis Farley. Dennis Farley, I got to check that out because that Extreme Flight Muscle Bike, man, I love that plane. I love that plane. And I'd love to see Jay's dudes here flying it. I'm sure that he can make that thing do some crazy things. But you know, the thing that I also like about that muscle bike is it just looks like it would be just such an awesome scale flyer too. It, like you don't have to fly it crazy. So yeah, newbie RC, sorry dude. So yeah, I'm just gonna you know, go back to just doing a regular stream here and just talking to the good people, man. Real flight just wasn't. I mean, it just wasn't acting right tonight, man. It's not always a good night. So I apologize for that, fellas. If y'all were looking for you know, to come in and have some fun with real flight, and I'm sorry, it just broke. It broke. Yeah, Dennis Farley. If you have a link to that video, you can throw it up. Yeah, real flight was just it's just acting weird tonight. Um, oh no. So Rhino, I have flown. I can't remember if it's like the MiG 2, MiG 3, something like that. It's a little plane that it was probably in the first 20 planes or so that that Flight Test did. That was one of the first ones I made. I've also made, like, I think it's called the FT Racer. What other ones have I done? I've made probably like a half dozen of the flight test planes. And I never bought like the flight test kits, like the laser cut kits. I always bought I always just go to the dollar store. So I bought a flight test C pack, and with that C pack, I built like 6 different planes around that power pack. So between the FT Racer, that MiG, I built a. I just can't remember. I'm terrible. I know I built a couple of the different wings. I just can't remember the name of the wings, and a couple of other you know or airframes. I think one of them may have been the Mustang, and possibly the Spitfire when they were still mostly built out of like poster board instead of foam board. They're certainly a lot different now with the Master Series. You know, they've really stepped their game up since they started doing the Master Series planes. And now that C-Pack, most of the guts of the C-Pack have been moved over to, let me grab something. So most of the guts of that C-Pack have been moved over to this plane, which You know, some of you that have been on the channel before have seen it. Some of you that are new to the channel have not seen it. This is an old, this is probably a 14 to 15-year-old foam electric from E-flite. It's one of the first planes that E-flite put out. When this plane originally came out, this was it's an EPS foam model, and when it first came out, this was a brushed motor with a gearbox. When I got it, it no longer had the gearbox. And what is up here, you know, if you can kind of see inside there, that is my, you know, so I made out of black foam board that I found at Dollar Tree. I made basically the front of a power pack and used a laser cut flight test, like the plywood mounting boards, and that's a flight test C-pack with the motor on the front of the plane. I no longer have the cowling that goes on the front of the P-47, and under the wing I've got the ESC from the flight test C-pack. And let's see, I don't think you can see it, but I'll see what's hiding out under here. Oh, look, an AR-636 receiver is hiding out in there. So this is actually a really fun little airplane. It does not have a steerable rear gear, but I did add the rudder, so it's got a workable rudder. It did not come with that stock, but it's got a fixed landing gear. It's just a little bitty airplane, and that C-pack really makes it get up and scoot because it's really lightweight. That EPS foam didn't weigh anything. Sorry. Paul Hatcher, are you on Facebook? AZ Desert Jets 10. Yes, the V900 will run on 3S. It is still very fast at 3S, but it's also capable of running on 4S. And if you want it to be like asinine, stupid, retarded fast, run it on 4S. But yes, it runs great on 3S. And the batteries are a little smaller, a little easier to fit in the compartment. I had to mill away just a little bit of the foam on the canopy, on the underside of the canopy for the 3S, or to get the 4S Smart 50C 2200 millisecond battery to fit, or milliamp hour battery to fit in there. I think if I was probably using like an 1800 4S pack, it would have fit in there just fine, but the 2200 is a little bit bigger, and the 50C is bigger than what they recommend. So even though I was using more than what I needed, that's probably the reason that it was a little big. I think if I had used, well, even with the 4S batteries, they recommend, I think, a 4S, a 2200 30C pack, or I'm sorry, 35C 2200. So of the packs that I had available, the 2250C was the one that that was going to work out well in that plane. So I just made it work. Uh, 6S upgrade for the V900? Man, hell no. Mike Keller. If it's not really Mike Keller, whoever it is, thank you, sir. That's awesome. I appreciate it. If you guys didn't know, and next week, hopefully we'll get a bunch of people jumping on the super chat train. Tonight was my first night of being able to accept super chats, and it's awesome. We've had quite a few people that have been offering up donations in super chats tonight. So I bid my great thanks to all of you that have done super chats tonight. Thank you all. It's awesome. It's awesome. And that's one of the big benefits of kind of that milestone in YouTube. There's some other kind of perks that come along with it. Like now I can make like community posts and polls and really start to get a feel of what the viewers want, which they don't make those tools available to people that have less than 1,000 subs. I really don't know why. Yeah, but now I can make like community posts. I can make polls, and like ask people what their opinions are on things. And I can get like, excuse me. So, so now I can also run ads on my videos, and I know that sucks, guys, but those ads help a lot as far as getting funding for the channel and things like that. So everything that you guys do, the super chats are awesome. The being able to monetize the channel is awesome, and we're still growing. Even since then, like since last weekend, we've already gained like another 60 subs, which is crazy. So we're on track to just keep moving at a rocket pace, and I love it. And everything that you guys bring and the energy that you guys bring and the support that you guys have is awesome. That guy with the birds, thank you, sir. Oh yeah. I mean, the IX-12 has been like a staple of my RC world for the last probably year and a half now. So that would be easy to do a review on. I still have to finish my AR637T series. And what's weird is I've got the video, but editing is so much of a pain in the butt that it's like when I go out and fly. So, and I don't want to give you guys the impression that I'm lazy, because I'm not. I get the work done, but I'm also logical. So if I have a video like the V900 that's really easy to do, like I've got the flight footage, and all I need to do is like edit the flight footage and talk about it a little bit, and boom, instant video. That, and we're just kind of getting into the mind of like how I decide what content is gonna go out next. So I've got the flight. That's all I need to put a video out. So boom, here it is. So I flew it yesterday, edited the video yesterday, put out a video this morning, and it was good to go. With the the AR637T series, that's something that I'm having to kind of put everything in the right order, in an order that makes logical sense. So when I put it in a playlist, you know, people can digest that content and make sense of it. Thank you, Gooniac. You are awesome. I didn't mean to get to 1,000 before you, brother. So yeah, that was kind of my mentality there. Is everything has to make sense, even though I've got all the contents. It's getting it in the right order and putting it out in the right order. You know, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. You know, so I got the flight with the commander, with the AR-637T, and I talked about, you know, how I was my stupid dog. So I talked to, you know, like how I was adjusting the gains for the 3 axes in flight, because you can put independent gain adjustments for all 3 you know, gyro axis on your transmitter if you've got enough channels to do it. And the IX-12 is like the perfect tool for an AR-637. So, you know, it's just one of those things where, like, when I'm done with all the other stuff in the queue, you know, like, I want to put out an IX-12 video because I want people to see how awesome of a transmitter this is and stop worrying about how slow the stupid OS is. I mean, you wouldn't believe how many weirdos there are that are like, I don't want the IX-12 because the OS is too slow. Like, what do you want? I mean, do you want like a Galaxy, you know, whatever the heck the newest version of the Galaxy is, where they've got the latest and greatest thing and they're charging you like $2,000 for the phone? You know, if you want to pay $2,000 for an Android device, by all means, I will sell you a transmitter for $2,000 with 12 channels in it. Or you can buy a DX20 and pay as much for an IX20 and get your super fast CPU. But if you're trying to buy on a budget, and think about this for one moment, if you're trying to buy on a budget, you want a 12 channel transmitter, look at how much the DX9 is, which everybody says is one of the best transmitters for the money. Consider what you're getting with a DX9 and how much you're paying per channel. You're paying roughly $50 per channel. And now look at how much you're paying for an IX-12. About $50 per channel. It is the same price as the DX9, only you're getting more channels, you're getting more functionality, and you're getting a better interface, you know, and it's all my opinion. I'm just throwing my kind of gripe out there for people that are like, this thing's too slow. Like, dude, it's so much easier using the IX series radios than it is to use the DI, and you got like scroll wheel. Having that touchscreen, I mean, once you figure it out, it's like, what? This thing is awesome. And it's not that slow, guys. It's just not that slow. Exactly. They want the IX-20 for the price of the IX-12, which isn't going to happen. You know, the IX-20, you're paying for that $1,000 Android phone that's stuck inside there. The IX-12, you're getting an older Android processor. It still works fine. It's still running a competent version of Android. Is it as fast as the IX-20? No. But it works awesome. So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I really enjoy it. You know, are there other radios out there that are competitive? Yeah, man. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff out there that you can get for like $160. That's awesome, man. These new Radio Master radios with like OpenTX and the Jumper radios, the new Jumper T18. Those are awesome radios. But, you know, if you're looking for something that's Spektrum, I mean, you're always going to pay more for the big brands. You know, those are open source. You're not paying for developer time or any of that. It's just a different world. You know, some people are willing to pay the money, some people aren't. And for the people that aren't, there are some awesome radios out there, from FR Sky, from Radio Master, from Jumper. There's some awesome radios out there running OpenTX. And you know, when if you're willing, you know, to stick with the companies like Spektrum and Futaba and Grobner, you're going to pay more for those. So it is what it is. Mm. Yes, Pilot Ryan. The IX-12. No, it's not really that slow, dude. And when I make my videos, I don't edit the speed of them, right? So what you see as far as my interaction with the UI, that's real time. I mean, it's bam, 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 bam. The key is with the IX-12, don't install a bunch of crap on it. You know, I mean, I can't tell you how many times like people have come up to me with an IX-12 at the field and been like, Dave, man, my IX-12 is super slow. And I'm like, hey, let me look at it. Oh, you have 57 apps on here. That might be a problem. Oh, look, they're all running. That might also be a problem. You know, app management, memory management, cache management on the IX-12 will keep your transmitter from running like a dog. Don't install a bunch of BS on it. Keep the cache clean. Keep the memory clean. Don't install the apps, and it'll run great, man. Just use it as a transmitter. Stop ordering Papa John's. Stop watching YouPorn. Stop watching Pornhub. It'll run great, dude. It will run great. Yeah, stop trying to update Facebook while you're flying your plane. You've got a phone in your pocket. Use that. And William Mergita, that's true. Every company has transmitters that are worth your look. You know, Futaba makes some awesome transmitters. They have some that are really well priced. You know, like the 12K, a very well priced radio, 14 channels. Does it have like a bunch of bells and whistles? Not really, but it's $330, dude. Futaba has some budget radios out there, but if you want the really nice touchscreen, you know, if you want like the 16 or the 18 or the 32SZ, you're paying $3,000 for that radio, and people do it. You know, if you want the high dollar, nice radios from these companies, you're going to pay high dollar, nice radio prices. You know, especially when we're talking like the really high-end Futabas, the really high-end Jetties, the high-end Spektrum, the IX-20. Not cheap, dude. $1,500. So, just, I mean, keep your expectations realistic, and you're not going to be disappointed. Ah, Mike, thanks, man. Yeah, the V900 came out really good, and I mean, there's a video up, but man, since I've been drinking a little, and it's 9:51, it's getting close to the end of the stream, and it's my first monetized stream ever, so I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say like really dirty words, but this is a bad MFer. Y'all know what I'm saying? This is a bad biatch. This thing is nice. And you know, I mean, I got a lot of great compliments at the field, and after flying it and just really being like completely blown away with how fast this thing is, because I had never flown. I've seen them being flown, but I've never flown one myself. And until you get on the sticks of one of these things, you don't appreciate how fast it is, man. But when this thing like goes, my God, this is a fast plane. It does everything. Oh my God, Ryan. Ryan. $50, man. That guy should get a wrench. That guy should get a wrench. Spencer Keith. Man, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. So, yeah, Kenny, and that's true. I mean, the telemetry is expensive for all the proprietary brands. So, like for your Spektrum and your Futaba, I mean, telemetry ain't cheap. And I'll give you that all day, all day. There's nothing cheap about adding telemetry. But now that we've got the smart stuff, that was probably one of the best things that Spektrum did, because without really super raising the prices of their transmitters, they're able to get you the telemetry that you guys have always wanted. And the only thing you got to do is buy this Spektrum battery. And in a lot of cases, those Spektrum batteries aren't that much more expensive than the batteries that you're already using. So it's pretty awesome. And you don't have to add any modules. So I'm pretty excited about that. Now, I'll tell you, this V900, man, go watch the video. Check the links in the description. If you want one, grab one, man. They're not that expensive. And this is a bad little bird. But it will get small on you very fast. I'm not shocked at all that it got wrecked in the first place. But I'm super happy that my repairs ended up being good, that the plane flew awesome. I'm super stoked about that. So yeah, super stoked about this airplane. It flew great. It looks pretty good for being, I mean, this thing was jacked up, guys. And now it's just cool. So I'm gonna see if I can pull up some pictures for you guys, because I didn't put them on the and you really can't see how badly damaged the wing is in this picture. But if you see right there at the wing root, it's actually split. There's a split in the foam. And the entire top half of the airfoil was buckled up. I mean, it looked like this on the top of the airfoil. And you can see that there's a bunch of like crinkling in the wings on the tip of the wing there. And right there on the left wing, I mean, you can't really tell, but again, that's like split. And the wing was in two different pieces. And you can't see it on here, but there is a split about right there where, you know, like where the end of the turtle deck meets and the horizontal stabilizer comes down, it split right there and was basically like flopping around. You can't really see it in these pictures. And that's what the front of the airplane used to look like. So, I mean, it was broke off. So, I mean, it obviously looks a lot better now. You know, this area here where it was all buckled up, you know, it's now, the airfoil is matched to the other side. You know, all the damage that was under here, and you can see that it's pretty extensive there. Anywhere where you can see like that gatoring is area where there was damage on the bottom half of the wing. So see how it's kind of smooth on this side, and over here it's kind of gatored out. All that gatoring is where it was kind of buckled up and smashed underneath the wing. So this thing was just beat up. The whole front of the plane was gone. So yeah, man. I mean, it didn't take a lot to repair it, but there was extensive damage. So, and over here, where that crack in the wing was, has all been, you know, kind of fixed and covered. So it looks great, man. No one at the field. And we even had guys that came up and were like looking at it like, is this the one that you got on Sunday? Because there were several people there when the accident happened. And they were like, man, is this the one that you got on Sunday? Like, it is. And they were like, no way, man. And it looks great. It looks fantastic. And they were right up on it. I mean, they're like picking it up and looking at it like there's no way this is the same plane. So, yeah, I mean, I could do a series on foam repair, but the truth is, everything that I learned about how to fix that, I learned watching channels that have already done a great job doing that. So, it's one of those things where, like, I could read their stuff, I could read their articles, I can watch their videos, and I can formulate my own opinions by watching several videos. But now, if I put out my own video, is it really like, do I to some degree I feel like I'm stealing their content? Even though I may do it a little different than they did, it's a different interpretation. It's I mean, there's already great videos out there. So what I may do is in the video for that one, in the description, I may link the videos of the other people whose videos I watched that helped me, you know, get there, because there's other really good videos out there on YouTube, especially from like Killer Planes. There's a bunch of guys over in like England that show you how to do the boiling water thing. I mean, it's all out there. So, you know, there's some degree of fairness to it where I don't feel like I am being very fair in saying, hey guys, look how I fix stuff. Like, no, this is how this guy fixes it, and I just copied his stuff. Yeah, Mike, it was like 2 to 4 miles that the thing flew before the battery died. I mean, that thing. So here's the deal, right? So I feel like I could have helped this guy if I'd have known that he was having problems. So the guy that was flying it had never flown it any other way other than having safe mode enabled. And what happened is he hand launched it, and he didn't turn it in time And the turn radius with safe enabled is so slow because, I mean, the faster you go, the bigger your turn radius gets. You know, and that's just how it is with all aircraft. You know, you go slower and you get a nice tight turn radius. The faster you go, you know, and now instead of turning like this, it's like a really huge turn radius. The guy never was able to get his switch assigned to turn safe select on and off. So the plane, which he'd flown a half dozen times, was always in safe every time he flew it. And I was like, dude, don't you know I'm kind of like the Spektrum guy? Like, I could have helped you with that. That's easy to fix. He was like, well, it's too late now. You want the plane? I was like, yes, I want the plane. Thank you. And now it works great. You know, I've got safe select on and on, you know, on where, you know, now I can bank that thing, you know, in a really tight turn radius, and put some elevator into it to whip that thing around. Where, I mean, and that apparently is what happened, is he was trying to turn it, but it just was turning so slow that he ended up losing signal. And, you know, the AR636 fail safes into safe mode. And these things glide forever. And when you're going like 120, 130 miles an hour, yeah, that thing will just, you know, it'll just go, dude. I'll tell you, I've never had a belly landing where the plane slid longer than this thing does. Now, the video that I showed, I actually ran it into the tall grass and it like tumbled over a couple times, which is funny. So I left it in there. But, you know, on my subsequent flights that day, I was flying it and, you know, I would get a good grass landing. And that thing, you know, because it's coming in at slow speed, I mean, it's still coming in at like 60, and the thing is so small and so sleek on the bottom. I mean, it just hits the grass and it slides for like 100 yards before it ever stops, you know, and it's like, geez, dude, that's stupid. It's such a fun plane. It's crazy fast. I mean, if you guys are interested in like a really high-speed plane, check the description of the live stream. I think I've got, I don't know if I've got a V900 in the live stream, but I do have a link to Horizon Hobby in the live stream. I mean, they're super fun. Excuse me. They're super fun planes. So if you want to grab a V900, check the links in the live stream, dude. They are a blast. And they're not that expensive, and they're not hard to fix. And check this out. Even if you blow up everything on the plane, it's only 3 pieces of foam, right? So that's something to consider. I was able to get this thing back up and running after a pretty extensive amount of damage. I was able to get it back up and running for like $12. Did I need decals? I wanted decals, so I spent like $12 on decals. But the only thing that I needed, all I needed was a spinner and a propeller. Everything else was great. I replaced the cowling because the other one had a hole in it that got smashed, you know, like a tree limb smashed through it. Did I need to replace the cowling? No. But I needed a spinner and I needed a propeller, or it wouldn't have gone again. I was able to repair everything else. So, you know, when you, I mean, yeah, there's other planes out there that are similar. You know, you've got like the, oh, what is that? It's not Avios, Hobby King, whatever. There's a line that Hobby King sells. What is it? The EFX, something like that. Yeah, that's a fast little plane. The what is the other one? The Havoc, from Motion RC. That's a fast little plane. Is this one any better than those? better is subjective. I think the tail is weaker, but I think this one's faster. So if you want the speed, you know, if you're just addicted to raw dog speed and you gotta have it, grab this guy. Get you some cheap 4S 2200 batteries and have a ball, man. This thing is a bad bitch. But the you know, the Havoc is going to be more durable. It's going to handle a little more predictable. It's not going to be so twitchy. It's going to be a little bit slower. Is it slow? No. It's still a fast plane, but it's not stupid fast. This thing is stupid fast. The guy with the birds, it's not quite that easy, but I can export my model file onto like a memory card, and I can either put it on my computer, email it to you, or you can't do it direct radio to radio. But yes, you can definitely share model files. So anyway, the whole point of that was, in the description for the live stream, there is a link to Horizon Hobby. So if you want to buy a V900, you know, and have yourself a little fun with one of the fastest little planes on the planet, man, grab one and use my link, and it gives us a little kickback. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't cost you nothing. You know? Like, let us get a couple bucks. What's up? Just a couple bucks. Oh, Spencer, and I think it's totally justified, man. They are awesome. So listen, guys, I hope that Guniac comes back in here because I did not see anything. I am a bad influence, dude. The next thing you know, I'm going to be influencing you to buy other things. Hey, look, it's healthier than crack. I could have influenced you to buy crack, but instead I influenced you to buy a foam plane. So, man, we're friends. we friends, right? You know, like your dealer on the street. Hey, man, we friends. We friends. I didn't kill you. But did you die? But did you die? So, listen, we're getting pretty close to Guniac stream. Spencer Keith, I might be there already. So for the guys that are interested in watching Guniac stream, like I said, I hope he comes back in here and he puts a link to his video. I don't have a link for his live stream coming up, which sucks because otherwise I would usually post that. Let me see if I can grab it here. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure of that right there. All right, guys. So, here is a link to Guniac stream. I would ask that everybody goes and visits Guniac stream after mine. And we're going to go through a quick rundown of all the live shows because if you don't know, there's a live show about RC airplanes every night of the week, which starts on Monday with Air Marshal Mondays. That's me. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Never mind my dog. He's just being an idiot. 8 p.m. Eastern Time every Monday. Right after my show, Guniac, Ray, the Mr. Fire Booties. He puts on a show right after mine. Every week. On Mondays. Tuesdays. Raven Mark Machine and Aviation and Jeff's Custom RC put on Flight Club at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time every Tuesday. Awesome group of guys. They put on a very entertaining show every week. Spencer Keith, you're the man. Love you. Thank you, man. On Wednesdays, we've got Ethan RC. I think he comes on at like 8 o'clock. And then he leads right into GB Linden Hunt Day RC at 9:30 Eastern Time every Wednesday. On Thursday, we've got Hanger 51, who starts it off at 9 p.m. Eastern, and he goes until like nobody can stay awake anymore. And your eyes are like, and like he is there for us. And if you want to talk RC, he will talk RC until the cows come home. The fat lady is singing like nobody can breathe anymore. The apocalypse has happened. Kenny will still be like running a live stream about RC. Like he don't give a damn. And he leads right into Dave's RC Friday night at 9 o'clock, which is awesome. Dave, he's a little crazy, but I love the guy. So Dave's RC Friday nights. And a lot of times on Friday nights, we will host a Zoom session where you can join a lot of the YouTube folks in a Zoom session. So like a WebEx, big video chat where we're all in here, we're talking, and you can see us and you can interact with us with your voice. So, if you see us, talking about like, hey, we're starting up a Zoom, man, jump in. It's a lot of fun. And it's free. I pay for it, but you don't have to. So jump into the Zoom session. It's a lot of fun. And on Saturdays, it's our man, the King Rat, Pilot Ryan, every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Awesome time. Every Saturday. He's up to like 96 episodes now or something. It's insane. And on Sundays, come and hang out with us on Mary Boozer RC. Mary Boozer puts his show on at 8 p.m. on Sundays. So make sure to join us all, man. It's awesome. I can post that lineup at some time, Dexter, and I will. I may start putting them in the posts or in the description for all of my live shows, because that would just make everyone's lives a lot easier. Yeah, you could just replay this episode, or I'll just start putting them in the description for all of my live shows, because you really need a TV guide now that there's like RC shows every night of the week. Multiple RC shows on some nights. Like Mondays, you got me and then you got Gooniac. Boom. So listen, guys, we're 2 minutes away. I'm going to cut this short, or not short. I'm going to cut this off, and we're going to go right over to Gooniac's page. Again, here is the link to Gooniac's stream. We will see you all there. Thank you guys for coming out, and we will see you next week. Thank you all for the super chats. You guys are all awesome. See you next Monday, guys. Bye-bye.